Hello everyone, and welcome to Angel's Peaceful Garden. I am a beginner gardener in Gardener Zone 8B, and today I am going to get a lot of gardening chores done. I have made a list, and I just got back from out of town. I looked around at the garden, saw what needed to be done, and I'm just going to go step by step and try to get some things completed. It's quite a long list. But I know that if I go step by step and not overwhelm myself, then I can get it done. I'm excited to be back in the garden. That was number one. If I just came out here and started doing things, that I was not going to get to the things that really needed to get done. So I made a list so I could prioritize and get organized, and it'll be a more peaceful experience. It's a beautiful day though, so I know that I'm going to have a great day out here spending time doing this, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me. So let me tell y'all what's on the list so far. In the last video, my May garden tour, you saw my potatoes. So I really do feel like it's normal dieback, because I looked it up last night, and it says that Yukon Gold can be ready in 65 days. So the fact that the Yukon Gold is looking the way it is normal, especially since those containers have been in the sun. I think that accelerated what is going on there, and the other ones are falling over and are starting to show the same signs. So I think that's normal. I also had Red Norland, and they can be ready in 70 days. So same deal. I think it's going to be fine. Kennebec is 90 days, and I planted them more than 90 days ago now. I think we're probably going on day 100. So I'm not going to harvest all of them today, but I'm going to harvest at least 3 of the containers of potatoes today, and we'll see. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because I know the ones that I pulled out are better than what I've been getting that I got last year. So anything that is over there, I think is going to be an improvement upon what I did last year. And that's what I want to see, is just some improvement, because that is a crop that I really want to learn to grow, because if we need to eat out of this garden, those potatoes are going to be something that's going to help make a hearty meal for my family. The other thing that's on my list that I need to get done today, because I came back and I saw that some of my onions the necks are starting to fall over. I'm going to harvest the ones that need to be harvested, and I'm also going to pull out all of those onions that I grew from sets that are not bulbing, so that the ones behind them can get some sun. I'm going to pull these marigolds out that are in front of my cucumbers, and I'm going to string up my cucumbers off of the top of the cattle panel. So those are the main things. If I get to more today, that'll be great, but those are the main things that I want to get done today. So we're going to start with these marigolds right here. I'm going to go ahead and transplant them in with the sweet potatoes, and then get started with trying to create a trellis that comes down from the top of the cattle panel using jute twine. I did something like this last year with my tomatoes, and it was successful. So I think it'll work with this. I just really do not want the morning glories to wrap around, and also I can't see anything behind these, and I don't know what's going on with these cucumbers. So I am going to take these marigolds out, and I'm going to allow what's behind in the raised bed to give it some shade. I think that's enough shade for these cucumbers, so I think they'll be okay. I really do. I think they'll be fine. So let's get started. I'm going to start right here with this huge marigold right here. It already has lots of blossoms on it, and I think I can get it out of here pretty easily. So I'm going to start with this one. I hope that this cucumber has not wrapped around it, because that could be an issue. I'm seeing some vines kind of wanting to attach to it. That was the other issue. So here we go. I hope it survives, because it is beautiful. I'm gonna try to stay on the outsides of the root system so I don't disturb it too much. Just take a bunch of dirt with me. I'm using the larger shovel, so hopefully that'll help. Here we go. There it is. It's marigold. They're really pretty, but they don't smell great. Here's another one. All right, we got the marigolds out of the cucumber beds or pots or grow bags, whatever you want to call them. And it was definitely needed, because we got vines going everywhere. Just vines going everywhere. So I'm going to come through and put up the string in just a minute. I also went ahead and pulled a marigold out of the tomatoes on this side, because I was noticing slow growth on this middle tomato here. It still has basil that is shading it a little bit, so I think that the basil will be fine there. And I left the marigolds on the other side because the tomato plants here and here are already above the marigolds, so I think that those will be okay. When I got over here, plans changed a little bit. I had to go and get 2 smaller marigolds to go in this sweet potato pot, because I already have a sweet potato growing here where I put the others in the other pots. So we went with 2 in this container, 1 in that container, and I also added 1 over here. And what I noticed was the sunflowers that were previously in these pots here were looking a little sad, so I went ahead and moved the remaining marigolds into these whiskey barrel containers with the carrots on either side. So now I have 1 on that side of the garden and 1 on this side of the garden. Okay, guys, I think that we're gonna have to figure this out together, because I can't remember what I did last year. I was looking at it and I'm like, I think I did this. I looked at a video though, and I think I can figure it out pretty quickly, but we're gonna do this together. I got my jute twine, I got my little stake, and I've got some scissors, and I also have some clips. So I think that we are ready to get started. This plant right here looks like it's gonna have 3 branches that need to be trellised up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a stake, put it in the ground, and run my string down to it and loop it, tie it, clip it onto this stake so it'll stay in. Hopefully that will work. And then I will clip the cucumber vines to the string. It should be that easy. So hopefully it is. I am going to go from here for the first one. Okay, down at the bottom of the string, you're going to tie a knot. Test it to see that the string is not too short. Tie another knot. To tighten, and then do the same thing with the other side of the string. And then to make it as tight as I want it to, I'm going to loop the string around the stake. Done. Isn't that easy? Okay, so now I got my clip, and I'm gonna let it drop just a little bit. And now I just clipped it onto there. So now it's hanging on here. Since y'all have already seen one, you know how to do it. I'm just gonna speed it up so that you can see the end product. Alright guys, here is the end product of the string trellising of the cucumbers. They look so much better. They have airflow now. I can see the cucumbers when they are growing and easily be able to come and harvest. I'm super happy with this. The next thing on my list is harvesting these bulbing onions that I grew from sets that did not bulb. And I have some garlic that looks like it needs to be harvested, as well as some of these that I grew from seed. The necks have flopped over, so I'm going to harvest those as well. And we will see what this onion harvest looks like. I think what I'm going to do, though, with these is cut them and see how fragrant they are, the tops of these onions, and see if I can make onion powder. And then hopefully it won't be a total waste. Because otherwise they just going directly into the trash. Y'all, I didn't expect that cucumber trellis to take that long. So we may have to do this in parts. So it might be an episode with the cucumber trellis, and an episode with the onions, and an episode with whatever else is on my list. We may be making it through this list for the rest of the month into June. As far as videos go, as far as what y'all see, everything is going to happen with me wearing these clothes because I'm going to get this stuff done today. I'm on a mission. Y'all may be seeing these same clothes for a while because it's going to happen today. But y'all let me know if y'all prefer long videos to short videos. I did put out a May garden tour that was like an hour long because I wasn't sure to cut it up in 2 parts, which I normally do. And I think I'll continue doing because I think that was a little long. Y'all let me know what y'all prefer though. And I will follow what you guys say, because I want you guys to have an enjoyable experience while you guys are watching me. So please let me know if you prefer long videos, short videos. How do you watch them? Do you watch them while you just relaxing? Do you watch them, you know, when you want something a little bit longer? Let me know. Let me know. Here we go. They're all coming out. It's just small little pearl onions, but it smells good. So I'm pretty confident that I can just do pearl onions with this and dehydrate all of this and make green onion powder. The more and more I look at these, I'm regretting doing what I'm doing. I'm wondering if I should just pull some and thin it out, because it looks like that none of them are falling over yet. So what if they're just not done cooking and I'm pulling them out too early? They've been in here. They overwintered, y'all. So they've been in here a long time. And some of them have gotten those little flowers on the top. That's why I'm thinking that they're done. And I really want the back to have, but I think, like, I thinned this side out pretty well. So I think those back there can get some sun now. Plus these can have more space and have more sun. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna thin it out and feed it in a few days and watch what it does for the next couple of weeks. Because I think maybe I just planted them too close together. I don't know. Oh, whoops. I ripped out the one that was growing me seeds. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to take out of this bed. Let's move over to the grow bags. I did harvest one of these for dinner last night. We put it in some spaghetti and it tasted really good. So they are not humongous, but they are edible. And again, I will do seed next year. But what I'll do is I will not procrastinate and I will get them into the dirt sooner, because I probably left them in the small, I didn't up pot them at all, number one, because I didn't know I was supposed to. And then number two, I left them in the small container that I started the seeds in for probably a good 2 months. So yeah, I won't do that. And they still bulbed. They still bulbed. This one is going still. And it's the biggest one in this pot. So we'll wait on that. I think this one right here, it seems like it might be done too. Just a small pearl onion on that one. These leeks though, the leeks that I put in here, they are doing well. I'm not sure if it's because they were put in with onions or not, but they are doing very well. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this garlic right here. And I don't know if y'all can see it, but what in the world? There are 2 more garlic that just popped up last week in this pot. So, like I said, I'm not going to pull them. I'm going to let them do what they do. And then I have one last one that I overwintered right here as well. What is that? Is that how it goes to seed? That is weird. It's a big knot on the top of this garlic, y'all. What is that? If you know, put it down in the comments, please. there is my garlic. That one is a little bit bigger than the others that we pulled. So yeah, we got some garlic. Here's the harvest for today. We've got those onions that we pulled that I grew from sets. And we've got red onions. I've got one white onion, garlic, and a few okra. I'm going to end part one of the video here so it won't be too long, and I will pick up the next part on the potatoes. I know that I did not get the harvest that I wanted on my onions this year. Well, so far, we'll see what the rest of them do. But I did learn a whole lot. I learned a whole lot this year. So next year, y'all just watch out. Watch out for my onions. My onions are going to do amazing. I am ready. I am going to definitely overwinter some. I'm going to start them in the fall so that they'll overwinter, and we'll hopefully get some larger bulbs. I'll probably start some after as well, so we'll have 2 rounds of onions coming out, because I do see that I can get them if I do them in the spring. If I go ahead and put them in February, I can get some a little bit later. So I know that there's a process to this, and I'm working it out. I am going to figure it out. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me while I was harvesting and trellising my cucumbers. I really appreciate all of you. I hope you'll come back and see us. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you'll be notified when I put out new videos. I really appreciate all of you. I hope you'll come back and see us. And until I see you next time, as always, may the good Lord take a liking to you.